Hey guys, welcome back to Brian's Mysteries and Adventures on Trail. And today's video isn't going to be that long simply because this is an ongoing case. This man just went missing roughly a week ago, and I'm sure a lot of you have already heard of this case, but of course I wanted to cover it and get the word out because we still have a very good chance at finding him and bringing him home safe. So today we're going to be talking about Seattle Deputy Fire Chief Jay Schreckengost. Jay is a 36-year veteran of the Seattle Fire Department, and he has worked his way up through the various ranks. And he went missing last Tuesday. He went out for a hunting trip or to scout and hunt elk. He did check in with his family. Now this case takes us up to the Yakima County area of the state of Washington. Of course, I'm going to have various maps to help you see the way throughout this video. Now, Jay was last seen in the Squaw Rock RV Resort and Campground, which is in Nosh, and that's, I guess, where he was staying to eventually go out and go hunting, and that this is according to his family. Jay had last checked in with his family on Tuesday morning, last Tuesday, which was November 2nd of 2021, and he told them that he was going out to look for elk on this trip. Now, his family, when they didn't hear back from him that night, that is when they contacted the Yakima County Sheriff's Office. And the Sheriff's Office later went out that night and they found his truck on U.S. Forest Service Road, which is about 3 miles north of this place called Whistlin Jack's Lodge. And I'm going to have a map up here so you can see roughly where that was found. According to the Yakima County Sheriff's Office, that area became the center of the search area, and crews were sort of spreading out from that epicenter. And they say that it's a very rugged area with very slick like clay soil, and unfortunately more cold weather was moving in. There was snow falling at roughly the 5-foot elevation mark where his truck was found. They also talked to Schreckengost's family to learn more about his particular hunting habits and the gear that he might have taken with him. They consulted with various trackers to try and gain insight with, to try and see where they could maybe look for him and where he may have gone to maybe seek shelter or something like that. The search continued into this weekend and into the Cliffdale area of Kittitas County and various areas of extremely rugged terrain, but they had people out on RVs, they had people on the ground, choppers. This is a very, very well organized search, and over 100 volunteers from the community. And of course, this guy has a lot of friends and family, and he's one of the people that normally goes out and helps search for people. So they're really rallying with him to try and find this man and bring him home safe. Kristen Tinsley, who is a public information officer for the Seattle Fire Department, she said that they believe that each day they're ongoing with the search, bringing them closer to finding him. She said during a news briefing on Saturday at what they set up a command post at that Whistlin Jack's Lodge parking lot, which is roughly 3 miles south of where they found Mr. Schreckengost's truck, and they have all kinds of, RVs, like I said, or ATVs, and various drone teams trying to search the very rugged terrain where they can't really get people in the ground on. And unfortunately, based on what the SAR teams are saying and the weather people in the area, that they are really up against a time race because weather just keeps deteriorating. More and more cold and snowy weather is reported to come in this week. So they're really trying to cover as much ground as possible before that weather comes in, possibly covers any tracks, because all these things, they can be helpful if they find them, but obviously heavy snow, wind, and rain is not going to make for anything better here. Erin Hotchkiss, who is a battalion chief with the Seattle Fire Department and apparently a fellow hunter of Jay's, she said that he is very well equipped to handle the outdoors. She has been out with him many times. She said that he is a very good outdoorsman. And obviously him working for the fire department for all these years, he knows about search and rescue and he knows safety measures and what to do in these type of emergencies. Now, Jay is a white male. He is described as roughly 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighs roughly 250 pounds. He may or may not have been wearing an orange, hunting vest. And he is described as really being an experienced outdoorsman. He knows a lot about the area. He has been living in and around this area for over a decade, so they are really hopeful that they are going to find this man, and I really hope that they do. I hope that he's just hunkering down somewhere. Obviously, like, if the weather just keeps getting bad, hopefully he found maybe a small cave, or maybe he's just trying to find his way out. I mean, it can get very confusing when you get lost in areas like that, even when you do know the area. So hopefully he's just, hunkering down and trying to find his way out. Search teams and crews from several counties in the area have come to help join the search. I know that they had a helicopter that came in from the Joint Base that has helped them with the search for several days. In addition to that helicopter, ground crews were using those special drones, like I said, and they brought in special canine units that apparently are trained to track even in wet and snowy conditions. So according to the authorities in the area, cell service in and around that area can be very spotty once you get up past a certain elevation. They do know that he does have his cell phone with him. Now there's a possibility that the battery could be dead, or that he's just in an area that doesn't have any cell service, but they do know that, he was able to let his wife know where he was going, and they found his truck. Now, they found it very bizarre where the truck was found, I guess just because they figured that he wouldn't have left it in such a remote area, but who knows about that. I mean, if he was only planning on being out for an hour or so. And of course, search and rescue has different units stationed at all the different points of interest where his truck was found, then 3 miles south in where they set up the command zone, and of course the Squaw Rock RV Resort and Campground, which was the last place that he was seen. And here's a picture of that RV park right here. And all these places are within a few mile radius of one another, so hopefully he's trying to make his way back to one of them. Obviously, this is an ongoing open investigation, so if you do have any information about Schreckengost's whereabouts, you're asked to please call the Kittitas County Dispatch Center at 509-925-8534. Once again, Jay Schreckengost is 56 years old, and he has not been seen since last Tuesday, the 2nd of November, near the Cliffdale, Washington. He is roughly 6 foot 2 inches tall and 225 pounds. He may or may not be wearing a camouflage jacket or an orange hunter's vest. Search crews are working around the clock, but unfortunately they are facing a huge time force because of that weather that we discussed that is moving into the area. So they are trying to cover as much ground as they can. So that's all the information I have on this case, and hopefully that he will be located in the next few hours or in the next day. And my thoughts and prayers go out to Jay, his friends and family, everyone that's out there trying to find him and working through these tough conditions and trying to bring him home safe to his family and friends. So I ask, please, if you are going to leave a comment, just remember that this is a family that is going through a crisis, and just think about it if this was your family or your loved one before you say something. So just keep that in mind. I want to thank everybody for watching, as always. Special thank you to co.ag for providing the background music, and I will see everyone in the next one. Take care. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking with me till the end. So if you are interested in buying a merch calendar, for those of you that haven't heard this, they are $17, and the preferred method of payment is Venmo, but you can also use PayPal. I'll have all that information in the description. And the new batch should be in by Wednesday or Thursday, so all you that have ordered, I've been getting your orders since last Friday and Thursday this week. I have them all ready, all your addresses ready, and once the calendars come in, they will be shipped out that day. So not to worry there. And if you guys have any questions, my email address is always in the description, and I am always accepting case requests, or if you have true wilderness stories of your own or things that you've experienced out in the wilderness that you'd like me to share on the channel, please definitely email me them, and I will read the story in the first person. And just a reminder for everyone that has sent me a case request, or that a case that I am working on, anytime a case comes up like this that is an ongoing case or an ongoing search where the person just went missing, I will always stop what I'm doing to cover that case, just to help get the word out and obviously help in any way I can. But then after that I will go back to covering whatever case I was working on. So please don't think I've forgotten about your video. And I'm currently trying to figure out what I can do for the holidays. I'm thinking about doing some ornament giveaways, which I have some people working on for me. So just keep that in mind. If anyone has any ideas, please send me your suggestions. But I have some great ideas for the holidays, and looking forward to spending them all with you guys.